Hello, everybody. You should hear us all, but of course, we had to do a tech check. Make sure you can hear me. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Hello,
I hope
hello.
everyone's having a beautiful day. We have some amazing people here today. We got Wes in the house. We have Witty from Stonewall and Maurice again back for the second year in a row. And we'll probably be talking with her again for Pride Month. But thank you, everybody, for joining. We are chatting about Stonewall and their upcoming fundraising event, Turf Wars 2, which starts tomorrow until the end of the month. Super excited to chat about that today and get you all, ready to fundraise because this is a very, very important fundraising event. And we're going to get more into it and dive right into the details. But let's start with some intros. Everybody, you know who I am. I am Ashley, also known as Miss Ash Rocks in a streaming space. I am Tiltify's community manager. I get to do fun, awesome interviews like this, chatting with my favorite charities and creators, getting to know them and a little bit about their content creation journey. And that's enough about me. We're here for these beautiful people over here. So we're going to start off with Wes. I'm so excited to have you. I've
Thank you
been
so much for having
I've been seeing
me.
all the work you've been doing lately. I'm like, ooh, I like Wes. And then I was like, wait, I get to chat with them today? Heck yeah. So I want to learn a little bit about you, your content creation journey, and just give us some fun hobbies you're into.
Sure, sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Wes or WesslHausen on all platforms. I'm a queer and non binary content creator and storyteller. I usually focus on inclusive and diverse and intersectional storytelling through role playing games and tabletop games, oftentimes with a very, very heavy queer focus and emphasis. I it's super excited to be here today. I have been a huge proponent of nonprofit work and charity work in the content creation space for the last year or so. And I'm super excited that y'all are having me here today.
Yes, thank you for all the work you're doing with Tiltify. And again, we're so happy to have you here. Thank you so much. And we're going to throw the next round of intro to Maurice. Can you tell us a little bit about your role at Stonewall?
Hey, it's so great to be with you again for the second year in a
Yes.
row.
Oh, yeah.
My name, my name is Maurice. My pronouns are she/hers, and I am the program manager at Stonewall Community Foundation. We are a foundation that is by and for the LGBTQ community, and at Stonewall, as program manager, I connect people, projects, leaders and organizations to the resources that they need, whether that is funds or connections or sometimes each other. And really excited to be joined by my colleague, Woody Repartee, who is our major gifts officer.
Ooh, hi, Witty. What a wonderful transition there. But
Lovely,
let's talk.
smooth.
Let's talk about the outfit today. What's
Mm.
planned today? What's going on?
Well, it's a big day because in addition to spending most of my daytimes as the major gifts officer at Stonewall Community Foundation, I'm also a very community active queen here in New York City. I've been Empress of New York, I've been Queen of the Gay Men's Chorus, and I am Queen of the New York Leathermen. And I will be leaving because I have to get into town to the New York Eagle, where I'm interviewing a filmmaker, a visual artist, and a dancer choreographer about being queer artists in New York. So it's a busy day. Disco poncho made specifically for me by Planet Pepper, who makes all of the hit
Nice.
pads and Astro Booty. Um, but no, it's a lot of fun, and I've been at Stonewall for 2.5 years almost, and whether it's raising money for Stonewall's programs or working with our donor advised funds and our fund partners to help drive resources, from their funds into the community. Very proud of the work we do. Very excited. It's very creative and thoughtful, and being right on the ground in the middle of the community that we're part of. It's just
Ah,
I have never worked someplace where the mission is just so like right here, and it's a joy to go to work, particularly with people like
gosh.
Maurice.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Thanks.
yeah. She's incredible. Oh, my gosh. Imagine waking up and just being happy to go to work. We don't hear that so often, but when we do, it's like, wow, they're passionate about their work and they're just happy to wake up every day and go to work and do some good work. in the communities that they are passionate about too. So that's really good to hear. I know I love waking up and hopping on my computer and getting to chat with fundraisers all the time, and it just brightens my day because, I've been in a streaming space for a long time, some years, and I've fundraised for years, and I'm still fundraising, but I get to tell other people's stories, so it makes my day, and it just gives me something to wake up for. So that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing a little bit about you, and congratulations on 2 years at Stonewall. You're doing so much amazing work, and it's going to keep getting better. So thank you, Whitty. Thank you. Thank you. So we have some people in here that probably don't know what Stonewall Community Foundation is. Maurice, can you tell us a little bit about the organization and the work it has done so far?
Sure. So Stonewall was founded 32 years ago at the height of the AIDS epidemic by a group of friends, a group of gay men who wanted a way to pool their resources and invest them in the organizations that were doing the work to save their and their friends' lives. And so that is our origin story. We were, as I've said a lot over the last 2 years, we were born of a pandemic, right? We were born of people using loss as a way to leave a legacy and to make the world better. So in the 32 years since our founding, we have made grants to hundreds of LGBTQ organizations, primarily in New York City, but also across the country. We house several scholarships, including one, the largest scholarship in the country for undocumented LGBTQ students. We connect, organizations and leaders with each other, with other funders, and with the resources that they need to do their work. That's our mission. We are a connector of people and ideas and resources.
Wow, that's amazing. I love that. And, Wes, I know you feel passionate about this organization. I want to ask you, like, what inspired you to fundraise for Stonewall and why you support their mission?
I first fell in love with Stonewall last year for Pride season in June. The Unite for Pride campaign that they put together,
Mhm.
pairing together so many different LGBTQ nonprofit organizations that need help and need support, and being able to pull all of that together and work together with so many incredible organizations. I was so completely blown away by. It was something that really felt like a community coming together to celebrate each other, to uplift each other. And it really, really spoke to me, and immediately captured my heart. So whenever Stonewall was putting together Turf Wars last year in November, in honor of the Trans Day of Remembrance, I immediately jumped on board. I was like, absolutely, we are going to do this. We are going to make this something incredibly, incredibly special. And it was such an incredible honor and joy to be able to work with them again. And now, again.
Again, again. How about that? Yeah, so Turf Wars number 2 this year. That's awesome. And it's happening again starting tomorrow and until the end of the month, which is really, really cool. I love that we are we're bringing awareness to people that are against the trans community, and I just get so angry. I'm sorry. I really do. Um I'm just
Get
happy we
angry.
have again.
Yeah.
I'm just happy we have organizations like Stonewall and so many other queer organizations on Tiltify that fight against this. And yeah, it really gets me angry. Let people be them. Let people exist how they want. Love people for who they want to be, and uplift them in any spaces they want to be in. So thank you, Stonewall, for organizing this and of course being a part of Unify for Pride and helping us support so many different causes in one. I thought that was the best thing ever. And I just started at Tiltify when this happened for Pride Month. I said, wait, I get to fundraise for 11 different charities at once for queer folks? Yeah, that's what I want to do. But let's talk a little bit more about Turf Wars. So, Witty, can you tell us a little bit more about the program that's going to be happening starting tomorrow?
Sure. This is our second, and it is a week long. We like to give people enough time to do things, but not so much time that you sort of get bored with it or tired of it. Like a week is a good amount of time. Coming out of Unified for Pride last year, one of the things we noticed was the huge number of trans, non-binary, gender non-conforming, gender queer streamers that were working for the program, that were helping raise money. And we well know at Stonewall that the trans community, particularly trans women of color, and specifically Black trans women, are in great danger in this country. They are under attack. There are 120 bills currently passing through state legislatures trying to stigmatize them or keep them out of sports or keep them out of bathrooms. Power where it belongs and credit where it belongs. The Republican governors of Indiana and Utah this week have vetoed trans exclusion bills. So the message is getting across that you can't do this. At the same time, Governor DeSantis just declared the second place winner of Leah Thomas's win last week, the actual winner, because Leah Thomas is a man. Thank you, Governor DeSantis, for surprising us again with Florida Man. Anyhow, so we're trying to build our community in this space. We know there are a lot of people for whom trans awareness is a big issue. Let's focus a fundraising campaign on Trans Day of Remembrance and see if there are people out there who are interested. The word TERF mostly comes out of the UK, Trans Exclusionary Radical Feminist, which is it denies that trans women are women. And there are many people behind that campaign. It is a huge issue in Great Britain. They have some sponsors and some patrons with millions and millions, and some might say the richest woman in the world in their back pocket. And that means there's a lot of energy against trans women. So we were like, okay, we have got to fight back. We're going to just put it out there. Turf wars. We are fighting the turfs. Because it is important to us. The right of any individual to self-determine their identity is the core of so much of what we do and what we believe. Nobody has a right to say anything else. So to get out there and raise money to put through to organizations, last year, Turf Wars, the money we raised went directly to Maurice, who had the ability to make that many more grants last December to organizations that serve trans populations. It was incredible to watch how much more money we had last year to move right through to the community. We wanted to do it again. We wanted to keep building the audience and keep building the community, and Trans Day of Visibility is March 31st. So we thought, let's step up. It's still months away from Unified for Pride. It's months since Turf Wars, the first one. This is a great time. So let's bring a community together to see how we can support the notion that trans women are women, that trans men are men, that the organizations fighting for them need our support. And, someone once said, if you build it, they will come. We have so many wonderful people working for it. It's really, that Wes agreed to come back, that he agreed to come on here today, just a blessing for us, because Wes's community is huge and it's filled. How many people played Dungeons and Dragons with you last November? Like 24, 25 people?
We had over 20. I believe we hit 23 others and outside of myself of trans, non-binary, and gender diverse other content creators coming on board and playing D&D together.
Who doesn't want to do that again?
Love that.
So that's why Turf Wars 2 is back. It starts tomorrow. And,
oh my gosh, it's starting off strong tomorrow. Yes, I'm excited. And Wes, are you fundraising for Turf Wars right now for the next week?
I am. So
Okay.
we're putting on in honor of the one fabulously punny name of also fighting back against turfs. So this year we're doing Turf Wars 2 Beyond Thunderdome. Uh, and it's a series of games featuring other queer content creators and getting some folks involved who have not actually gotten to do charity fundraising on stream before for the very first time, which I'm very excited about to kind of like help bring some new folks on board.
You could have a lot of fun with the idea of 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. You know that, right?
Oh, the epic conclusion of our Beyond Thunderdome series is a Dungeons and Dragons PvP battle akin to like a reality series like American Gladiators, but just make it queer as hell. So that will be going on Wednesday and Thursday of next week to finish off the series.
Did you just say like American Gladiator, but make it queer as hell?
Yes.
Okay.
But he's like, it wasn't already?
Like, even more so, like more sequins. Even more sequins.
Got it.
I'm excited. I've never played D&D, so yeah, I'm gonna be excited to watch. I'm just nervous. It just looks overwhelming, but I love watching it. So maybe one of these days, Wes, you can teach me.
I would love to.
Because
Two things
I don't know.
that yeah, go ahead. I was gonna say 2 things that I think are absolutely perfect and are so wonderful for new people, and that is teaming up with charities and like doing like charity work and like taking part in RPG. I believe that there is an RPG out there for absolutely everybody, and even if you're not into like Tolkien fantasy and dragons and wizards, maybe you're into mystery stories, maybe you're into like anime magical transforming heroes. There is stories out there for you to be able to tell the story that you want to tell and to be the hero of your own story. So anybody out there who ever feels like they aren't for Dungeons and Dragons, I'll find you a game. I'll make a game. We can make this happen.
I want you to RPG matchmake me now. I mean, it doesn't have to be right now on this, but like we should talk.
It could be right now. That's fine.
Absolutely, 100%. There are dark horror games. There are comedic games that are akin to like a silly comedy of errors movie like Fargo or Burn After Reading. There are all sorts of different ones.
What's the queer teenage monsters in love game?
What's Monster Hearts.
Monster Hearts.
Where you get to play some type of monster type character, but you're also in high school and you're a little bit feral because hormones.
That might be for me.
There's all sorts of fantastic ones.
Oh,
okay.
See, yeah, we got to talk. We need to talk because I want to get into it. It just looks like so much fun, and creating your own story. I think I get nervous with that. I don't know, because my brain goes a million miles per hour, and I feel like I would just have so many different paths with my story. But I think that's what makes it exciting, right? Is that what makes it exciting? Okay. Now I'm gonna come up with my character and try to okay, anyway. We'll talk about that later for sure. Well, I'm excited to see your fundraising again for the next week and tune in. Did you have anything else special that's planned for your fundraising other than the event with D&D?
So we've got all sorts of stuff going through the week. We've got D&D things, we have video game things, we have community nights. We have a lot of ways that we are kind of like trying to diversify this year and try a couple different things out to go throughout the week. So definitely stop on by and just come and hang out with us. It'll be a great time as we get to celebrate and raise awareness and funds.
And will this be streamed on your Twitch channel?
It will. So it's going to be streamed over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/WesslHausen. And definitely also check out, if you go directly to the Turf Wars 2 campaign on Tiltify, you can see all of the other amazing content creators. So you can find all sorts of folks that are doing all sorts of wonderful things for this amazing organization.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And we have our Control Plus Stream Kit extension so you can follow Wes directly on Twitch. So make it easy, follow, and keep up with the amazing stuff that's coming up for fundraising. I'm so excited. So excited.
I love how
Thank you so
excited you
much.
are about fundraising. It's
I
wonderful.
I love I love giving back. I love when people give back and they take time out of their day to do it with their communities that they build on the internet. Whoever thought you could just fundraise playing video games or whatever, just sitting there talking and raising funds for a cause you're passionate about? It makes me so happy and I love my job. If you couldn't tell. So, yeah, I admire creators like Wes that go above and beyond. It's beautiful, and my mom has always taught me to give back since I was a little girl. So, this is easy for me. But when I see other people, I'm like, wow, they're really planning out their incentives. They're really gathering their friends together to fundraise and have a good time. So, especially for organizations, queer organizations that really need the support right now with everything going on in the world. So, thank you, Wes. I'm excited. I can't wait to tune in. I'm ready. I'm
Thank
ready.
you.
When are you going live first?
Our first stream is going to be tomorrow evening. We're going to be doing a create-a-thon, so folks can actually bring their ideas for RPG materials. Think like, I want to make a magic item that does this. I want this. And as folks like donate and come and hang out with us, they can help create all sorts of fun, exciting things that we will then use throughout the week in our various games. Our first D&D
Oh.
game or RPG game is actually going to be Friday, and I'm joined by three fantastic content creators to play through a game of an RPG called Thirsty Sword Lesbians. An incredibly queer
What
and
does that mean?
it means exactly what you think it does. It is a
Okay.
game about being queer as hell, thirsty as hell, and also wielding swords and magic in exciting ways.
So
And
this
my
is the RPG for me, is what I'm hearing.
this look, it's absolutely fantastic. And my favorite thing about it, shout out to the wonderful folks who created in the actual rule book for Thirsty Sword Lesbians, it has the actual rule that if you are xenophobic, homophobic, if you are a bigot in any way, shape, or form, this game is not for you. Close the book, put it away, and go work on yourself first. And it's actually a rule in the rule book. It's one of my favorite things that's ever been
Oh,
printed.
Wow.
I'm so excited.
I just want to
Oh
go
my
back to like magic
gosh.
item creation. Like Wes, what would the armor
Yeah.
class be for this dress?
Oh, so you absolutely would get an extra +1 to your armor class, and also anybody that is at range of you would have disadvantage on their rolls because of the flashing lights of the sequence. So it would be
So it's like
harder to hit
two
you at
weapons in
range.
one.
Yeah, they'd have to be up close to like not get blinded by the fabulousness of the flashing sequence.
I like this.
Ooh. Ooh, maybe we need to plan a stream to play that, Wes? Question mark?
I would be down for it.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay. I'm so happy. I'm so happy right now. Woo! All right. Yeah, Wes, I think we're gonna be best friends now. So just get ready.
I'm
I'm
here
gonna be in
for
your
it. Let's do it.
DMs. I'm gonna be in your DMs, so get ready. So, Witty, since you're the
Yes, darling.
fundraising expert for Stonewall, what advice would you give a first-time fundraiser for Stonewall?
My first time fundraiser first time fundraiser is it's simple. It's ask. Really, literally, the
There it
number
is.
one reason people give money is because someone asks them to.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to raise money? Great, ask, and then quickly say thank you, because that's the reason people give
Mm.
again, is that they've been thanked promptly and personally. So that it's really very simple. People are afraid to do it because they're like, oh, I can't ask my friends for money. Well, reframe this. You're not asking your friends for money. You're asking your friends to support something that you're very passionate about, and you're giving them the opportunity to make good.
Yes.
the money follows. The money will follow. People will support. If you are passionate about it, why should you be afraid to ask for money? You're sharing it with your friends. And you have really well, they're going to support you. And they're going to learn from you and ask you to support them back, because we are all in this together. So, but yeah, ask, say thank you, ask again, say thank you, tell them what you've done with their money, say thank you. But yeah.
And that's it, chat. There you go. that is straight to the chase, and that's the best advice.
I mean,
Ask,
when
have
I
fun.
call someone, hi, it's the major gifts officer from Stonewall, or hi, it's the director of development from such and such a place. We live in a time and place where people aren't dumb, particularly people who have access to resources. If I'm calling you, you know why I'm calling you. How's your family? I heard your daughter got into Vassar. Does she like it? I mean, that's nice at a cocktail party, but don't make me waste your time on the phone. Your time is too valuable. You know why I want to talk to you. You know why I'm reaching out. You know what my email's about. We're trying to make a difference. We're trying to do good. That's it.
I love it. I love it.
Amen.
And right? You said it. You said it, Witty. I
I
love
mean,
it.
books have been written about timing and approach and language,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to say none of that's important, because of course it's important.
Yeah.
But the number one rule and the number one approach, just ask. What do you got to be afraid of? Someone's going to say, no, I hate you. I'm not giving you money. I'm never going to speak to you again because you're passionate about something. No, because you're not going to ask that person in the first place.
Correct. Correct.
Just be
I,
you.
Yep, I'm echoing all of that. Witty, that is perfect. So thank you so much. And that's from the organization view. Now, Wes, I'm gonna ask you for your view as a creator. What advice would you give a first time fundraiser for Stonewall?
I would say just go for it. Like the one of the biggest things, folks think this all the time, and they think this all the time for fundraising streaming. They think this all the time just for streaming in general. They think that you have to have all of these various things in place in order to be able to do it properly. You have to prep the pie in the face that you're going to get. You have to do all of these silly things. And those things are great. And those things are fun. And those things bring viewers in and get them excited. But the one thing that just makes it happen is you. You make it happen. So if it is something that you are passionate about and is something that you want to make happen, just do it. And that passion will shine through, and that drive will be there, and folks will recognize that and they will respond to that. So just go for it. Set it up. Click that yes, I will fundraise. I'll fundraise $100 this first time. And when you get that, that is $100 that that company didn't have before. Even if
Correct.
you raise $5 in a stream, that is $5 that that group did not have before. And I guarantee you that nonprofit organization can tell you exactly what that $5 would buy, because they have what $5 would buy, what $10, what $20 gets you.
Mm-hmm.
That matters. Every single dollar matters. And so don't worry about setting incredibly large goals. Just go for it.
Yeah.
Just go for it.
To
Especially for first time especially for first time fundraisers, start off small, and you can always increase your goal. You can always increase your goal. I'd rather start off small so I can keep bumping it up. Keep bumping it up. We got our next stretch goal. Our next stretch goal. Let's go. Let's go, chat. And it gets your community hype hitting multiple goals. So just have fun with it. Just do it and ask questions. There's so many people that have fundraised in this space, especially me, Wes, so many others that are willing to help you. Now, if there's an individual that doesn't want to help you fundraise, then they're just not a good friend. Stay away from them. Um, but there's so many loving creators here that are willing to help you with anything. If you need incentive ideas, if you need poll ideas, whatever it is, we're here to help you. So I'll throw it to Witty because I wanted to ask you as well.
oh,
What does $5 do? for Stonewall?
I'm so glad you asked. Um, $5. I mean, it's interesting because you can slice and dice these numbers any way you want. So I'm going to give you an answer, and the first answer is $5 could buy 2 hot meals for a homeless LGBTQ youth at one of our shelters that we support, or for someone living with HIV who doesn't have a hot meal for the day and they need it to take their medicine. So $5, so say we're just sort of coming out of a pandemic and 2 years of hell. People may not have a lot to give, but $5 goes a long way. I'm also, though, going to make the case that we shouldn't always say $5 will get you this, $10 will get you that, because one of the things we don't talk about enough is that the organizations may need money for the light bill. They may need to pay the janitor. They may need to, pay for marketing so that they can get their program out in front of the people who don't know they exist. So it's great to talk about what can, $34 will buy a Metro card for someone for a week, or $1,100, please. Someone give Wes $1,100. We will buy a week of meals at Trinity Place Shelter, which $1,100 will cover, and they're one of our grantee partners. But it could also cover the hole in the government grant that they didn't get to support the social worker. It's not always quite as clear, and at Stonewall, we like to give grants that are general operating support, unrestricted, because we believe the people we work with know best how to spend the money. So it comes in two directions. $5, great for 2 meals. Also great to pay the light bill for a morning. It's all important.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And if 5 people donated $1, that is $5. That's all I'm going to
We
say. That's all I'm going to say.
we went through, one of my colleagues and I went through the spreadsheet of the Tiltify Unified for Pride donors from last June as we're looking for creators for this program. We had over 20,000 unique donors to that program.
Wow.
And the vast majority, more than 50%, $3, $2, $1. It adds up. It really adds up. When you're talking about numbers, if you can give $1 because you like the roll that someone got and they defeated the dragon with a natural 20, well, give $1.
I didn't know that you were a D&D person.
Oh.
Did I just slip?
A natural 20. I don't even know what that is, but I know that you know what that is.
Witty just casually drop it in terminology.
Right? I was like, wait a minute. You know the things too. So I'm going to be reaching out to you too, Witty. I'm going to be doing that.
If pressed, though, I'd be first in line for Vampire the Masquerade, because, see? It's not always about dragons. Sometimes it's about wearing velvet and hanging out in cabarets.
Proving again that there is an RPG for everyone.
There is an RPG for everyone.
Yes, I truly believe in that. Well, Witty, you just went off just now. You told the folks, hey, no, you told the truth. All right. And also awareness is just as much or even more than donating too. Bringing more awareness to the cause is so important. So important. Even if you don't fundraise $1, you spent your time with your community bringing awareness to Stonewall and the work that they are doing. And you may influence a community member to donate later on or someone to start, fundraising. So don't ever think that you don't make an impact because you're not fundraising a certain amount of money. You're putting time into that cause and they appreciate it. I'm sure Witty and Maurice can tell you right now, we appreciate you just putting the time in and bringing awareness.
Oh yeah.
And
Maurice, can you tell the people how much awareness means to causes like Stonewall?
It's not, I think that everything you're saying is so true, right? It's not transactional. It's not, that you have to fundraise this amount of money to be, valuable or what have you. It's conversations that you are having online and also offline. It's, the things that you do to show up and be an ally for the people in your life. Those all matter too, and are all part of advancing our mission of making the world a place where LGBTQ people can live safe, full, vibrant lives.
And I wanted to ask you a little bit about how can we advocate for queer individuals in any spaces they want to be in as cis people?
Mm. So, I mean, I think as a cis person, there are so many things that I aim to do to support the trans and non-binary folks in my life, right? I think that
Yep.
we have been talking so much about pronouns. I feel like in the last couple of years, right? Like I feel like that's kind of been like one of the big conversations, right? To the extent that even LinkedIn asks you what your pronouns are now, which is great, right? Because I think that that respecting the pronouns that someone uses is one way um, to respect them as a person, right? To respect their humanity, and that also goes for respecting the pronouns that people use when they're not in the room, right? Like someone doesn't have to be there in front of you for you to use the right pronouns or correct others. It's something that you should do even when like no one's looking, or when you think it doesn't matter. Um, so that's one of my allyship tips.
Yeah, I think that's the first start of a conversation and respecting others, asking, oh my gosh, ask people for their pronouns. Don't be
Yeah.
afraid. I think that's an issue right now. They're just afraid to ask, so they assume. It's better to just ask a question. They're
Ask
gonna
and off Yeah, ask and offer your own pronouns. I did
yes.
God, I did a lunch and learn for a company last Pride, and one of the questions was like, how do you ask someone what their pronouns are? Like, is that appropriate? Is that okay? And I was like, how you ask is you say, hi, my name is Maurice. My pronouns are she, hers. What's your name? What are your pronouns? That's how you do it, right? Like
Easy.
it doesn't have to be a big deal. You don't have to like send a formal letterpress invitation, like asking them what their pronouns are. Like normalize it. Normalize the fact that you don't necessarily know what someone's gender is by looking at them. Normalize the fact that people might not necessarily know what your gender is by looking at it, even if you do identify as cis. And yeah, and make it a habitual part of introducing yourself, not just when you think you've spotted a trans person.
We could talk hours and hours about that. We really can.
Yeah.
But Maurice, I appreciate you going into detail about that because it's so important and it needs to be talked about more. And of course, that's why we have these discussions live on Twitch for people to listen and get educated. So thank you all for all your knowledge and giving so many facts about Stonewall and why we should fundraise for this cause and support it. So thank you so much. And Wes, I wanted to ask you a little bit about fundraising. All right. What inspired you to start fundraising with your community about causes you're passionate about?
It's something that has always been a part of my like IRL life. And finally at some point I was like, I don't understand why I don't just combine these passions anyway. I do a ton of work in my local community with local libraries and local organizations. I actively work for a nonprofit organization myself in my regular day job. And it's something that I have always wanted to do. And so finally I was like, I mean, why don't we just get people to like roll dice while we like raise some money for an organization? And the thing that I really found fascinating and really exciting about that is, especially with things like D&D and the RPGs that I run, I'm able to bring on 3, 4, 5, 6, so many other folks that are able to bring their communities as well to work together to, one, tell a really fantastic story, and two, raise money together. Now that one particular event is combining the communities of 5 or 6 other different content creators, and everybody is able to come together as a whole, as opposed to each person doing their own individual thing. Um,
Hmm.
and it works so great as a way to be able to highlight and uplift other content creators and kind of like help introduce people that never would have kind of like met each other before in ways.
Yes, I love the concept of fundraising together and doing group events. It makes it so much more fun. Oh my gosh. I Something about team events gets me so motivated to fundraise. I don't know what it is. It's way different than just a solo campaign, but I love that you take the time to rally people together. Like I said earlier, I think that's amazing and you're inspiring that group of people to do good with their communities as well. So you should be very proud of yourself, Wes, and I adore you for that. So thank you again for being here and sharing a little bit about your journey and fundraising and why you like it. I'm excited to see what you do in the future.
Thank you, thank you. I am too.
Yes. And one of these fundraising streams, maybe it will be my first D&D campaign if you would have me, maybe.
Mm,
That's
mm.
a request. That's a
Just
request,
saying,
Wes.
y'all.
Okay. You may see me on West Channel one day. So be prepared. Keep an eye. Because I'm excited. I really want to get into D&D and of course fundraise. So yeah, that's on our list, Wes. So again, look at your DMs.
I
I'm
would
not
feel
kidding.
honored.
You better reply to
Absolutely.
me. You better.
Literally, I would
Okay.
be so honored. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, we have talked about fundraising for Stonewall and Turf Wars too. And that event starts tomorrow. You can do exclamation Turf Wars in the chat to get the link to the Tiltify page and you can start your campaign. And speaking of starting campaigns and incentives and polls, Wes, I wanted to ask you, what is one of your favorite incentives you have done while fundraising?
Oh, real quick.
I just have to pop in because
Yeah.
I need to move on to the second community event of my evening. Um,
Yeah.
but I am so honored to have been here with you, Ashley. Thank you so
Thank
much for having
you,
us.
Betty. Thank
Wes,
you.
I look so much forward to the next week and popping into your stream to see what's going on and how you're doing. And Maurice, thank you for being here to share Stonewall with
Of
these
course.
amazing people. So
See you in the staff meeting tomorrow.
see you in the staff meeting. I'll look a little different then.
Bye, Woody.
Bye, Witty.
Thank you, Eddie. Have a good one. Lovely. All right, it's just us three, and we're chatting.
I'm
And
hearing.
yeah, are we all okay? Okay. I think Witty froze for me.
Oh
Okay, there we
no.
go. Okay, just making sure that they were able to leave. Okay, I'm going to switch to our other cameras here, and then okay. Boop. If it could switch, that'd be perfect. Technology. All right. But yeah, tell us a little bit about your favorite incentives you've done, Wes, because I'm very intrigued. I want to see what you've done before.
Yeah, so probably the most entertaining and interesting one that I've done before is I ran a charity game where the donors could actively bring in like monsters or traps
Mhm.
into the entire thing, and it was designed to be a
Oh.
little bit like a haunted house of sorts. So every time somebody donated, they could add a monster from a specific list into the haunted
Mhm.
house that would start trying to find the players. And they could
Whoa.
like actively like mess with them. And then in a little bit of a almost Hunger Games-esque way, they could also take pity on the players and could send them little care
Oh.
packages. So like out of the sky, a little package would drop and would give them some healing potions and maybe a magic item or two. Like, it's okay. We know. We've been really mean to you and dropped a bunch of monsters on you. Have some supplies.
That's awesome. Okay. Wow, you really go you go hard with your incentives. I like that. And you tie them in with your games. I love it. So, have you used crowd control before?
Ooh, I have not.
Okay, well, I'm going to put you on, Wes, because crowd control. Have you heard of it before,
This I
actually?
have not. Is this a part of Tiltify that's part of the like the setup? Now I'm excited and intrigued.
So crowd control, okay, it's an extension you can use on Twitch, and you can use it just for yourself for bit revenue and everything, but you can use it for fundraising with us. And they are partnered with a handful of games, so Dark Souls 1 and 3, Celeste, Minecraft, so many other games on there, and a bunch of retro games that you can use with emulators. But people can donate to change your game, either buff your game or nerf your game or flip your screen or make your head big or make it very small. Crowd control is your best friend. I want you to use it one of these campaigns that you do and then tell me about your experience, because crowd control is so fun and people can just keep redeeming things and multiple things are happening on your game and you're like, this is unplayable, but we're fundraising for charity. So I love it. So I think that would be awesome for your campaigns too. I just wanted to recommend it to you. So crowd control. Give it a try one of these
Absolutely. That's
days. If
fascinating.
Yeah, and there's so many games on there that you can play, especially Minecraft. Getting creepers spawned on you while you're just having a good time building is hilarious. Yep. So every dollar donated to the campaign is 100 coins. Yeah, $1 is 100 coins, but you can change the price for each, thing that can happen to your
Oh.
game. So
Oh,
yeah.
that's fascinating. I like that.
Yep. So take a look at it. I really want you to use it one of these days. So, and we have so many people in chat that have used it. Mocha Jones, he uses it for its speed running and fundraising. Yeah, it's super cool. So I think that would work well with your fundraising events. So again, tell me how it is. Use it one of these days. Really, really fun. I did Celeste and I did Dark
Definitely.
Souls. Dark Souls was interesting.
I can only imagine the
Yeah.
chaos that
Yeah.
chat will make
Oh
happen.
yeah.
For
Yeah.
great reasons, of course.
Making my life miserable, but for charity. So it's okay. All is gravy. But yes, I love how you tie in your incentives with your game. So that's why I recommended it to you, and it'll make your process easier, probably. It's already streamlined with the game. So yeah.
That's so perfect. Thank you for the
Yes.
suggestion.
Of course. I'm just trying to tell people about it because it's so easy. If you are tired and you're out of spoons and you can't come up with incentives or polls or milestones, you can just do that and have a good time fundraising with your community and having them torture you. I mean, that's the usual with fundraising. Even though I'm trying to promote more self-care incentives and stuff, as of lately, some of my friends have been doing, oh, I'll take a week vacation if we hit our goal, or I'll go take a bath or something, instead of just torturing yourself. So lately we've been seeing more of those incentives, which is cool. So don't be afraid of self-care ones too, and ones that don't
Mhm.
torture you all the time. So that's a PSA to everybody in chat. But that's cool. Okay. So now I have an important question. Very, very important. Pineapple on pizza.
Yes.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. I thought you were
I'm
going to
so
say no.
glad we're
Like,
we're aligned on this.
yes.
Yes.
No,
Okay.
100% yes.
Okay, good.
Absolutely.
Olives
Yes.
on pizza.
Wait.
Black
Okay, so
olives. Okay.
the combination that someone I once dated introduced me to that I have to say is fire. Black olives, pineapple, and pepperoni.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
It's a winning combination because the pepperoni is like actually like saltier than ham, so it balances the pineapple more. It's so good. It's so good.
I've also done it with bacon.
Ooh.
Just like regular bacon, not like Canadian bacon ham, like actual bacon or pepperoni. Both are
Oh, I bet that would be so
Whoa.
good because bacon is also like a little sweet, and I feel like might like
hmm
complement the ham. I mean, yeah, yes,
And if you like a little
love
bit of
this.
spicy, maybe some jalapenos,
Mm-hmm.
go a little bit wild with it.
Oh my god, I'm so tempted right now to like order
Let's
like a
order some pizza.
Domino's. Yes,
Yes,
but like
let's
not
do
even
it.
not even good pizza. I would destroy a Domino's pizza right now.
All to myself too. A medium
Yeah,
pizza is like a personal pizza. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
I
Okay,
mean,
I had to
accurate.
ask the important questions because those are questions I truly care about. Okay, cool.
This is what the
All right, because
people deserve to know.
black olives, I can literally eat them out of a can. So I love them that much. I don't know if y'all are on the same
Yeah.
wavelength, but yeah, I can just go to town on a can of olives.
Oh
Now,
yeah.
Let
green
me just
olives,
stand let me just stand in the kitchen with like an actual thing of black olives, maybe like a
yes.
nice glass of wine, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm just gonna sit here, lean against the counter. I'm fine.
Yeah, this is my dinner now.
See, see, yeah, this is why I like y'all. This is exactly why. Now, green olives. How do we feel about green olives?
You know, I think I'm pro all olives. I don't
Oh, all olives. Okay, I'm for
all
it.
olives can
In
stay.
general.
Yeah.
I like green olives in a nice beverage.
Mm, mm,
Agreed.
mhm.
I can't eat them whole though. I'm just that it has to be in something. Something,
Mhm.
I got it.
That's okay.
It has an interesting taste when you just eat them by themselves. I'm like, but if it's added to a drink, I'll do it. That's for sure.
Everybody's got their own. That's fine.
Exactly. Yes. So, okay, those are the most important questions of the day. So, thank you for answering and agreeing with me. Thank you. Because
I
our
mean, I'm
last
glad that you're right, you know.
our
What can I
last couple
say?
streams, everybody that was on the call didn't like olives, didn't like pineapple. I'm like, what is this? Sorcery. What's going on here? Not at least one person likes olives? That makes no sense. Come on now.
Sometimes people are allowed to be wrong. That's
Yeah,
okay. We just
sometimes.
that's all right.
Very little percentage, but uh-huh. When it comes to my olives, you gotta agree. You gotta agree, chat. Yes, pineapple, no olives. Really? Okay. I'm okay with that. At least you're on one of them. I'll take it, miss. I'll take it. Bacon jalapeno is a classic my friends like. Ooh. I can do olive jalapeno bacon pizza. Well, okay. Now the next question is, what is your dream pizza? With all your toppings, I want you to get descriptive with your toppings, your sauce, your crust,
Ooh.
everything. Come on, Maurice. You got it.
Hmm.
Mm.
This is a great question. I often compromise on pizza for my partner, but if
Mm.
I were to just get a pizza all to myself, I think
Yes.
I would go like am I allowed to curse?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I would go fucking wild on like all of the meats, right? It would be like sausage and pepperoni and mushrooms and peppers and like I want the deluxe, right? I want everything,
Yes.
you know?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's my
Ooh.
dream. Like just the more toppings, the better.
Mm.
Yes. Oh yeah. A nice combination. Ooh. And what kind of sauce? Red or
Definitely a
white?
red sauce. And crust. I'm I'm ambivalent about the crust, but I want like several kinds of meat plus like a few kinds of veggies. Uh,
Crust
Do
just
we
there to act as a vessel. Because
right.
exactly
that's
to
that's
get
the
it
purpose of
into
the
my
crust. Like
face.
I just need it. I need it. Got it.
What about a stuffed crust? Do we like stuffed crust? Don't have
Hmm.
to have it, in my opinion. It's
I
there,
don't
but
know
I
that
don't have
it's
to have it.
necessary. Yeah.
hmm
What about you guys? What's you're building a dream pizza that you get to eat all by yourself? What's on it?
If
You
I
go,
had to
Wes.
make like an odd pizza that like wasn't just like give me pizza, because really I'm not picky when it comes to pizza. You have
Mm.
put things on pizza crust for me. I am happy. If I were to make like a dream, like interesting pizza, I would want like all of the flavors of jambalaya, but on a pizza. Like, give me really nice, like Creole Cajun flavors, like some
Oh,
sausage, maybe some shrimp. I don't know. We'll get wild here. Why
why
not?
haven't I thought of
Some
that?
peppers, some onions, like some mushrooms. Yeah. Give me like jambalaya pizza.
Does this exist? Or did you just dream this up?
I'm just like, that's what I would really love. That's what I would truly love to make happen.
If this doesn't exist, someone needs to. I don't know who is listening, but can someone make this happen?
I'm just
I would.
saying.
I too would eat
Ooh,
this
that
pizza.
sounds fire. That
Like,
sounds so good. I never thought about shrimp on pizza, but some little salad shrimps on pizza, that just
like
sounds
just
good.
like some yeah. Mm.
Mhm.
Now
And maybe it's like
now
also a
you
little
got me thinking.
spicy.
Like a really
Yeah.
spicy sauce.
Little Cajun
Yeah.
seasoning.
Tomato. hmm Maybe
Yeah, they could just have a little
like a
red
little
sauce.
Tabasco drizzle over the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, I like spicy, but not too spicy. So if
That's
it's
okay.
a drizzle, yeah, that's good, but not, no, that's too much. You can't drench my pizza in hot
That's
sauce.
fair. That's
I
fair.
will cry. I'm a baby, but I do like it. Oh, I feel like I could do two pizzas here. I'm gonna do two pizzas. I
Okay.
really love deep dish, and I rarely have it because
Wow.
yeah, it's just rare in Cali, of course. I love a good deep dish with the crusted cheese on the edges.
hmm
Oh my
Hmm.
god, I love cheese on crust. That yes, I'm so happy I'm not lactose. Anyway, a nice red sauce, a bunch of cheese. I'm very basic, but olives, bacon, sausage. I love meat, pepperoni, pineapple, and green peppers and pepperoncinis with some parmesan on top, grated parmesan. I'm
This
a very
sounds
happy
great.
gal with that. Okay. I'm happy with that.
That's a deep
And
dish right there.
very meaty, very fulfilling. But I like a nice thin crust with white sauce, spinach, artichoke, bacon, olives. Boom, done.
Okay.
I love a good bacon artichoke spinach pizza. I don't know what it is with the white sauce, but it gets me there. I'm yeah. Yeah. Oh gosh, now I want to
All
order.
right.
Popping in
I,
my
I'm
face.
I'm
I
committed to
know.
having pizza tonight. Like, I've
I
just
think we all
after this
have to,
conversation, I'm like,
honestly.
this is happening. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I see folks in chat have said that there's Creole and Cajun recipes on Google now. So I guess I'm making pizza later this weekend.
Oh, oh,
And I'm gonna
they better pay you.
like,
Hmm.
I'm just saying. Maybe
And wait, best pizza you ever had thinly sliced potatoes on it.
Oh, I had a really good pizza in Boston that had thinly sliced potatoes, bacon, like chives. It was almost like like a
like a baked
loaded baked
potato pizza.
potato
Yes.
pizza. It was, and there's like some sort of like white sauce drizzle on top, kind of like reminiscent of a sour cream. It was so good. It was the
And
potato and bacon.
gosh, I would be full. I would be full off of like two slices, I think. Crust and potato. Ooh. Now
Mm-hmm.
I'm hungry. This is not good. This is not good. But my mom is in chat, my actual mom, and she said we used to get shrimp on pizza at Round Table. It's amazing. You just don't remember, Ashley. I guess I don't, mom. I'm sorry. I,
Wow, where is this? Where was
Round Table.
this place? Yeah.
When does Round Table put shrimp on pizza? When did that happen in my lifetime? I don't.
I'm
I,
I'm
I don't
here for
remember that.
mom dropping the hot gossip
Right.
on pizza. Like, I'm
She's
here for
always
this.
she's always like, you had that, Ashley. You were a kid when you had it. I'm like, I don't remember. I'm sorry. I just don't. Well, Mom, I guess you have to make me remember and order me a pizza with some shrimp. Get to ordering.
There we go. Round, what is it? Roundhouse? Round table?
Round table. Round table.
Round
Mhm.
table.
Do you have a round table?
Not in New York. What is
Well, yeah. Well, that makes sense. Who would want round table in New York? Oh my gosh. Cajun pizza donation goal stream? Question mark?
Someone make it
Wes?
happen.
Wes?
Sounds to me like we have an incentive for this week. If
Sounds like
we
it.
hit a goal, I might have to do a cooking stream for people.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Oh, I
yes.
would watch
You
that.
better do it. I'm ready.
Just saying.
Yes. It was in Italy. You just had olive oil, cheese, potatoes, and ham. No crust, no sauce. No
Hmm.
crust, no sauce. Olive oil, cheese. That sounds good.
That does
Was
sound
it dry though? Well, no, it had cheese and ham. So I guess the natural. Okay, we're gonna turn into pizza. Pizza
This is
stream,
now
and it's okay.
pizza
Yeah,
stream.
welcome in.
But
You're
we're
joining
talking
us
about these
already
things.
in
Okay,
progress.
we're talking about these things, but you can make them incentives for your fundraising. Before I made an incentive for someone to donate $200 for me to eat anchovies on pizza. So if you want to do that,
I love anchovies. I love
oh
them on
no,
everything.
well,
They're just like
we
little
cannot agree
umami
on that.
bombs.
We can't agree on that, but I respect you. That's not my jam. Nope. No, ma'am. But
I
yeah,
mean,
you
I don't
can
want to eat like a whole can of anchovies, but like a bite of
you can tolerate.
anchovy in the midst of some other things, in a Caesar salad, on a pizza. I'm cool with
Again, I respect you.
that. Thank you.
Again, it's like that's okay.
That's okay. Yeah. It's okay to be wrong sometimes, right?
Wow.
But really, you can have donors donate your toppings for pizza. I've seen that happen. Oh yeah, it gets a little messy, but it's fun ways you can fundraise with your community. So if we can get the Turf Wars command in chat and exclamation Stonewall in chat, you can learn a little bit more about Stonewall. And again, their Turf Wars 2 event starts tomorrow. So you can start your fundraiser today and fundraise with so many other beautiful creators to support an amazing cause. So thank you so much to both of you and of course Witty for joining me today and just chatting it up and having a good time. I hope you all enjoyed your stay here. Thank you so much. We're going to be live again tomorrow with Milady Confetti, who is also fundraised for Stonewall. We're going to be
That's
playing
right.
It Takes Two. I don't know if you know what that game is, but
Oh, that's gonna be so fun.
it's a fun co-op game and your husband and wife and you're going to get a divorce and then there's like this voodoo spell on you that turns us into um little dolls. I forget what they're called. And you have to work together to literally get through the house to get to your daughter because she's crying because you're getting a divorce and you have to work together and fight through a bunch of stuff.
This is
And
so
it's really good.
realistic.
It's very realistic.
Oh God.
And all the
Okay.
things we have to do together, it's like, oh, we really love each other. We just have to work out through our problems. So it's really cute. So
Ooh.
me and my lady are going to
Sounds
be
like the
working together.
couples therapy session I just had.
Literally.
Okay.
Literally. So we'll be live again tomorrow at 2 p.m. PST. So thank you everybody in chat. Make sure you go give a follow to Wes with our Control Plus stream kit. Follow Wes on Twitch, Twitter, all that. But actually, Wes, where can we find you on socials, my dear?
Absolutely. Y'all can find me at WesslHausen on literally every platform. It's really fantastic when that works out and you get the same name on
Yes.
every single one.
Branding.
Yeah.
So,
Well done.
So come on over and find us. Like I said, I might have to start a new series called RPG Matchmaker and do like a cute little cute little thing to find somebody a brand new RPG system that they've never gotten to play before. I love this idea. And so come on over, come hang out with us, spend some time with us. And I'm really, really excited for our Turf Wars 2 Beyond Thunderdome campaign through this next week. So come on over and roll some dice with us.
Hey, thank you, Wes. We really appreciate you. And again, go keep up with Wes and all the amazing things they are doing. And Maurice, thank you for joining me again for year number
course.
2. Thank you. And I'm sure we'll see
Always great
Maurice
to be here
again.
with you.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see you again for Pride Month. And remember to support these organizations outside of Pride Month and particular fundraising events. These organizations exist outside of those. They are doing work outside of those. Okay. Queer folks are queer 24/7, 25/8. So it's not
That's
just for
right.
1 month, not for just one day. So, you know, please support marginalized communities when you can. And that's it on that. Period. Let's go. Thank you so much. We're going to go raid Milady Confetti actually because she is live with, I believe, Resident Evil. I believe. Let me make sure she is still live because, things happen. I think she went offline. That's rude. That's rude. She was just live. Hold on. Unless my eyes are deceiving me. Let me type in. Yep, she's offline. Okay, let's find somebody else. It happens. It happens. All right. Give me one quick second. Oop, we're going to go raid Calamity Darling. Calamity, we did a community spotlight on Calamity a few weeks ago. She goes by she, they pronouns, a neurodivergent RPG content creator, and she's also a game dev, and she's absolutely fantastic. She's playing Capybara Spa. So let's go give her some love. So thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. Here's our raid message. Make sure you copy that. And we're going over to Calamity Darling. All right. Y'all have a beautiful day. We'll see you later
Bye.
and stay safe out there. Bye.